Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we're going to be reviewing Halloween 2, the second of like 14 or 15 movies within the franchise. This is our second run through of reviewing these movies, so let's dive right on into it. The second movie takes place after the events of the first one. We kind of see a little tail end there of that first movie with Laurie kind of, fighting Michael and getting the kids out of the house, which then later leads to her, knocking Michael out of the house onto the ground where he disappears, and then she ends up in the hospital. From there, we see Laurie basically just in the hospital for the majority of the movie. That's kind of like the only knock here I have with this movie. I really like the pacing of it compared to the first one. Um, the kills in this movie, there's a lot more of them, and we see like a little more brutal of ones within this movie. The only thing I just dislike is that hospital aspect of it, because she's kind of knocked out for half of the movie, and we don't really see her. The one thing I really liked about the first movie is they really made a focus on her in that first movie, and outside of like the first, 15 minutes or so, and then like the last 20 minutes, it's just kind of like a dead hour there in the middle where it's just like, okay, we're following Michael, and then we're following Loomis, like what's going on from there? And that's what I don't like is the fact that they just kind of keep her sidelined. Like she's your main girl, your final girl. Like why are you not having her more involved outside of those opening minutes to those closing minutes? Um, but aside from that, like Loomis does a great job within the movie. He kind of fills in the gaps pretty well. I still don't think this movie outranks the original for me just because of that middle aspect of them not really using her. Um, if they used her in the middle, this probably would be one of my favorite ones in the franchise. Because again, I'm a big pacing guy. Like the pacing of this movie is a lot better. We see a little uptick and just overall just a lot more like fun to watch in that aspect. It's just like where's Laurie? Like where's Laurie in this middle part of the movie? Like they jump to scenes with her like laying in bed, kind of like knocked out, and then they jump to Michael and all this. It's a little interesting. I think the only other knock I really have of this movie is what's up with the bleeding in the eyes. Like I just don't get that at all. Like that just looks so bad. Like just keep that out at that point, please. But um, for me, this movie pretty solid movie. I would watch this again, time and time again, just like the first one I would watch. Like, even with the first one being a little bit slower, I'd watch that one over and over again. With these movies, the pacing is always kind of going to be the problem. That and some of the later movies with like the stories, those get a little crazy. But overall, not a bad movie. I highly recommend watching this franchise. Like I said in the first one, this franchise is a lot of fun. It's nice to kind of get yourself into it. It started off really this whole slasher genre, so like, please give these a watch. Um, Beginning, middle, end of all these. Like even the ones that are crap within it, at least watch it one time through. I'm not a big fan of the Rob Zombie ones, so like I highly recommend watching all of them. There's a lot of different storylines in this too. We're in the main storyline right here. I'll kind of highlight that as we go through, but the original few are just one storyline, and you got a second, then a third. Like there's things. But um, other than that, that's all I got here for you guys tonight. I appreciate you guys for stopping on by, and we'll see you in the next one.